When we look at history, most movements spread the same way. Through power, through wealth, through force. Empires conquered with armies. Kings ruled with swords. Religions often spread with political backing or violence. But Christianity is different. It began with no army, no government support, no wealth, no political power. And yet, within just a few centuries, it transformed the Roman Empire and reshaped the world. So how did Christianity spread? Without power, wealth, or violence? And why does that matter historically? Throughout history, dominant belief systems usually follow power. Rome spread its influence through legions. Greek culture spread through conquest. Later empires spread religion by law, pressure, or force. When rulers converted, populations followed. But early Christianity had none of this. Christians were a tiny minority, socially powerless, politically suspect, actively persecuted. If Christianity were false, it had every reason to disappear. Instead, it grew. Christianity began in the worst possible environment for growth. Jesus was executed publicly as a criminal by Rome. His followers scattered in fear. Their message directly challenged Roman authority. They proclaimed, Jesus is Lord, not Caesar, one God, not many gods, all people equal before God. This message threatened political loyalty, religious tradition, social hierarchy. And Rome responded exactly how you'd expect. With persecution, Rome imprisoned Christians, publicly tortured them, fed them to animals, burned them alive. Historically speaking, this should have ended the movement. But something strange happened. The more Christians were persecuted, the more Christianity spread. Why? Because people saw something they couldn't explain. Courage instead of fear, forgiveness instead of revenge, hope instead of despair. Christians didn't fight back. They didn't revolt. They didn't seek power. They suffered and still proclaimed Jesus. Christianity spread because it offered something radically different. Not conquest, but grace. Not domination, but love. Not hierarchy, but equality. In a world where slaves had no value, women had no voice, the poor had no hope, Christianity declared, every human is made in the image of God. Every soul has eternal worth. Even the weakest matters. This was revolutionary, and it spread person to person, not sword to sword. At the heart of Christianity wasn't an idea, it was an event, the resurrection of Jesus. The disciples didn't say, "Follow our philosophy." They said, "We saw him alive." They were not paid. They were not protected. They were not powerful. Yet they refused to recant, even under death. Historically, people may die for a lie they believe is true. They do not die for something they know is false. Something happened that transformed cowards into witnesses. Christianity didn't spread because it was convenient. It spread because it was compelling. It didn't conquer by force. It conquered hearts. That makes Christianity historically unique. If it were false, persecution would have ended it, powerlessness would have crushed it, time would have erased it. Instead, it endured. Empires fell. Caesars died. Rome collapsed. But Christianity remained. Not because it had power, but because it had truth. Christianity spread without power, wealth, or violence. That forces an honest question. What kind of message survives against every historical expectation? And what kind of truth doesn't need a sword to stand?